Before influencers and social media, before algorithms decided who was beautiful, supermodels ruled the world. In the late 80s and 90s, a handful of women didn't just model. They became global icons. They dominated magazine covers and defined beauty for an entire generation. But fame evolves, and so does the industry. Let's revisit the rise, impact, and where life has taken 60 iconic supermodels. Cindy Crawford. Cindy Crawford became one of the defining supermodels of the 1990s. Her trademark mole set her apart, leading to over 600 magazine covers. She later stepped back to build successful business ventures, while raising a daughter who followed her into modeling. Naomi Campbell. Discovered at 15, Naomi Campbell became one of fashion's most photographed and powerful figures. She challenged racism and unequal pay throughout her career. In 2005, she launched Fashion for Relief, and later became a mother in her 50s. Linda Evangelista. Linda Evangelista famously said she wouldn't get out of bed for less than $10,000 a day. In 2021, she revealed that a cosmetic procedure had left her permanently disfigured, leading to years of isolation before returning publicly on her own terms. Claudia Schiffer. Discovered at 17 in Dusseldorf, Claudia Schiffer became the face of Chanel within a few years. One of the defining symbols of 90s luxury, she later married director Matthew Vaughn, had 3 children, and now lives privately in the English countryside. Gia Karangi. Gia Karangi rose to fame almost overnight after arriving in New York as a teenager. But personal struggles soon followed, and her career collapsed. She later contracted HIV through shared needles and died in 1986 at just 26 years old. Christy Turlington. Christy Turlington was part of the elite core of the 90s supermodels. Beyond fashion, she became an advocate for maternal health and founded Every Mother Counts, using her platform to reduce maternal mortality worldwide. Iman. Born in Somalia, Iman became a muse for Yves Saint Laurent and one of fashion's most elegant figures. She later founded Iman Cosmetics for women of color and shared a long marriage with David Bowie. Beverly Johnson. In 1974, Beverly Johnson became the first Black woman on the cover of American Vogue. Her breakthrough career included hundreds of covers, and she later spoke publicly about her experiences with Bill Cosby. Jerry Hall. Discovered while hitchhiking in France, Jerry Hall became a Helmut Newton icon and Yves Saint Laurent muse. She later gained global attention through her relationship with Mick Jagger and marriage to Rupert Murdoch. Paulina Poriskova. Born in Czechoslovakia, Paulina Poriskova became one of the first Eastern European models to achieve global fame. After the death of her husband, Rick Ocasek, she wrote openly about grief, aging, and financial hardship. Stephanie Seymour. Stephanie Seymour rose to prominence through Versace campaigns and Guns N' Roses music videos. In 2021, her son Harry Brandt passed away at age 24, a loss she has spoken about publicly. Kathy Ireland. Kathy Ireland gained fame through Sports Illustrated, but stepped away early to focus on business. She built Kathy Ireland worldwide into a lifestyle brand that generated billions in retail sales. Isabella Rossellini. Isabella Rossellini became the face of Lancôme for over a decade. The brand later ended her contract citing age, only to rehire her years later. Ella McPherson. Nicknamed The Body, Ella McPherson became one of fashion's most commercially successful models. She later launched a lingerie line and expanded into wellness ventures. Janice Dickinson. Janice Dickinson appeared on dozens of international Vogue covers and became known for her outspoken personality. In later years, she remained visible through television and industry commentary. Helena Christensen. Copenhagen-born, Helena Christensen worked with Versace and Chanel before building a respected photography career. She has a son and lives in New York City. Shalom Harlow. Shalom Harlow became a defining editorial face of the late 1990s. She is best remembered for the Alexander McQueen runway finale, where robotic arms spray-painted her dress. Amber Valletta. Amber Valletta dominated fashion editorials before transitioning into acting and environmental advocacy. She now lives in Los Angeles and has 2 children. Maggie Reiser. Maggie Reiser rose quickly in the late 90s before financial mismanagement within her family led to major losses. She later spoke publicly about the experience. Tatjana Patitz. Tatjana Patitz was known for her understated elegance and appeared in George Michael's Freedom video. She maintained a quieter personal life and passed away in 2023 at age 56 after breast cancer. Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks rose quickly, becoming one of the first black models on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. She later created and hosted America's Next Top Model before expanding into business. Carla Bruni. Carla Bruni built a successful modeling career before transitioning into music. In 2008, she married Nicolas Sarkozy and became First Lady of France. Kate Moss. Discovered at 14 at Heathrow Airport, Kate Moss redefined beauty in the early 1990s. She later launched a modeling agency and lives in London with her daughter Lila. Veronica Webb. In 1992, Veronica Webb became the first black model to sign a major cosmetics contract with Revlon. She later appeared in Spike Lee films and wrote about representation in fashion. Nadja Auermann. German model Nadja Auermann rose to fame in the 1990s, walking for Versace and Valentino. After stepping back, she focused on raising her children in Europe. Heidi Klum. Heidi Klum became a Victoria's Secret angel before transitioning into television with Project Runway. She now lives in the United States with her husband Tom Kaulitz and her children. Stella Tennant. Stella Tennant brought an androgynous edge to 1990s fashion and became a defining face of Chanel. She later stepped back to focus on family life in Scotland. Yasmine Gowrie. Discovered in Montreal, Yasmine Gowrie became one of the most sought-after models of her time. At the height of her success, she chose to leave the industry for family life. Monica Bellucci. Monica Bellucci studied law before becoming a model and actress. At 50, she became the oldest Bond woman in franchise history. Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields began modeling as a child and became internationally famous as a teenager. She later graduated from Princeton University and continues to work in media today. Mila Jovovich. Mila Jovovich began modeling young before transitioning into acting. She became globally known for leading the Resident Evil film franchise and remains active in film today. Karen Mulder. Karen Mulder was one of the highest-paid models of the early 1990s, walking for Chanel and Versace. In later years, she withdrew from public life and now lives privately. Carré Otis. Carré Otis appeared on major magazine covers before later speaking openly about personal struggles. She became an author and domestic violence advocate. Cheryl Tiegs. Cheryl Tiegs became one of the first American models to achieve household name status. Her pink bikini poster sold over 1 million copies. Ava Herzegovina. Ava Herzegovina gained international fame through the Wonderbra campaign. Today, she lives in Europe and has 3 sons. Tatiana Sirocco. Tatiana Sirocco was among the first Russian models to enter Western fashion. She later became a writer and fashion historian. Valeria Mazza. Valeria Mazza became one of South America's first global supermodels. She later married and has 4 children. Karen Alexander. Karen Alexander built a strong editorial career and later moved toward wellness work. She remains associated with a quieter chapter of the supermodel era. Letitia Casta. Letitia Casta was chosen as the official model for Marianne in 1999. She later transitioned into acting and is now a mother of 4. Roshumba Williams. Born in Chicago, Roshumba became a recognized face in late 80s and 90s modeling. She later transitioned into television and beauty commentary. Frederike van der Waal. Dutch model Frederike became one of the defining Victoria's Secret faces of the 1990s. She later hosted the Dutch version of America's Next Top Model. Kristen McMenemy. Kristen challenged traditional beauty standards with her unconventional look. Favored by Karl Lagerfeld, she became a defining face of experimental fashion and has 2 children. Yasmin Laban. Born in Oxford, Yasmin Laban built a steady modeling career and married Simon Laban of Duran Duran in 1985. Nikki Taylor. Nikki Taylor became one of the most recognizable American models of the 1990s. After surviving a serious car accident in 2001, she returned to modeling selectively. Adriana Karambeu. Born in Slovakia, Adriana gained fame in the 1990s and later remained active in French television after her modeling career. Carmen Kass. Carmen Kass served as president of the Estonian Chess Federation while modeling for Chanel and Versace. She now lives in Estonia with her child. Kim Alexis. Kim Alexis became one of the defining American faces of the 1980s. After modeling, she became a mother of 5 and pursued broadcasting. Esther Cañadas. Esther Cañadas rose to fame in 1990s fashion. She later stepped back from modeling and is now a mother of 1. Jodie Kidd. Jodie Kidd won the 1996 Elite Model Look competition. She later pursued polo and motorsport presenting. Daniela Peshtova. Born in the Czech Republic, Daniela Peshtova represented the wave of Central European models who reshaped runway aesthetics. Daniela later stepped back from modeling and now lives with her partner and children in Europe. Renee Simonsen. Renee Simonsen was one of Denmark's most successful 80s models. After marrying John Taylor of Duran Duran, she stepped away from modeling to raise her daughter in Denmark, later writing about family and spirituality. Bridget Hall. Signed at 14, Bridget Hall quickly became one of the most recognizable American models of the mid-90s. She brought a fresh, blonde, athletic beauty to the mid-90s. She later married, had children, and transitioned to a more private life with selective appearances. Erin O'Connor. British model Erin O'Connor became known for her tall, sculptural presence, working with McQueen, Galliano, and Westwood. She was one of the defining faces of British fashion at the turn of the millennium. She later co-founded the Model Sanctuary and was awarded an MBE for services to fashion. Trish Goff. Trish Goff rose to prominence in the 1990s, working with Steven Meisel and appearing in major Vogue editorials. Known for her angular, minimalist look, she remained a consistent presence in high fashion before stepping back to raise her son in New York. Michaela Bercu. Romanian model Michaela Bercu appeared on the first Vogue cover shot by Karl Lagerfeld, pairing Chanel with jeans in a look that helped signal the shift toward modern casual luxury. She later stepped back from modeling to live a more private life. Kirsty Hume. Scottish model. Kirsty Hume became known for her understated beauty during the minimalist wave of the 1990s, working with Calvin Klein and Dior. After a brief marriage, she now is in her late 40s and lives a private life in Los Angeles with her son. Dootsen Kroes. Dutch Dootsen Kroes moved to New York in 2003 and later became a Victoria's Secret Angel and L'Oreal ambassador. She has used her platform for philanthropic work. Now, in her late 30s, she lives in Amsterdam with her husband and 2 children while modeling selectively. Angie Everhart. Ford models once told her she'd never work because of her red hair. Angie Everhart signed with Elite instead and became one of the world's most recognizable redhead models. After thyroid cancer treatment in 2011, she recovered and is a mother of 1 son. Christy Brinkley. Christie Brinkley became one of America's most recognizable models, appearing on 3 consecutive Sports Illustrated covers and as the face of CoverGirl for 25 years. Her marriage to Billy Joel kept her in the public eye, and she continues modeling and speaking openly about cosmetic transparency. 60 names, 60 iconic careers. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more iconic eras of fashion.